Hello guys, this is Akshay JH and today we are doing a tutorial on Firebase offline capabilities. Now if you remember 2 days ago we created an app that simply retrieves data from database and show it as a blog list. Now if you haven't watched the tutorial, the link is in description and you can check it out. And even if you have basic understanding of the Firebase, you don't even need to check out the tutorial. This will be pretty easy for you guys. So here you can see that my database is here, and one of the best thing that I love about Firebase is its offline capabilities. Now usually what you see in the other backend system, you need to store data offline by yourself, but with Firebase it's done it by uh, Firebase itself. So there's not much to worry about and there's really less code. You don't even need to worry about the data change or anything else. You just need to do just a little bit of coding. So here it is, the real-time database, and here you can see that enable offline capabilities. Open it up. Now what it says that disk persistence we need to set up. So I'm just gonna copy this code and go to your Android Studio, and uh, there's one thing that you need to do. You right click on it and create a new class and give it a name of your application name. I have already created it over here and I was testing out, so I forgot to delete this file. So you just right click and delete and create on create method. All right, nothing much to do, and paste your code inside your on create method. Now once you have pasted it, go to your Android manifest file and type in Android name and your class name that you just created. Pretty simple, huh? So nothing much to worry about. You go back to your main activity.java file where we are actually retrieving the data from the database. You can see that we have in tutorial, as you guys may remember, we have created the database reference. We set it to Firebase database reference to child blog. All right, so there's one more thing to do, and if you come down here, it shows that your query dot keep sync true. If you set it to true, it will sync it by itself. So all you need to do is mdatabase. All right, mdatabase dot keep synced set to true. Now most of the work is done. Very less to worry about. I'm just gonna fire up the app and let's see what happens actually. So let it run. Gradle build running. So I guess the app is running, no changes to deploy. What you can really do is, I'm just gonna clean the project and I'll run it again. So actually we want to load everything, so make sure just you don't get any errors. And if you haven't watched the tutorial, all you need to do is create a reference, set it to Firebase to your child if you remember the basics, and if you don't know the basics, you need to check out the tutorial. The link is obviously in the description. All right, then you just set it keep synced to true, and whatever data you retrieve from this query is going to be stored locally, and you don't need to worry about anything. Either the data gets deleted from the database or gets changed, it will just synchronize by itself. So that's a good thing about Firebase. And if I come down here, I have just two blog posts over here. I deleted the rest which I was testing out previously. Now there is one thing that you can't do actually with Firebase is this only syncs the strings. This only stores the string in your local cache. But if you want to store image, I will be showing you that very quickly, because Firebase cannot store images locally. You can just store the strings. Obviously you don't need to worry about the string. This is a string, even this is a string, and this is a string, but the file we are going to download from this string isn't a string, that's an image. So for that we need one more library. Now I was doing a little research and I actually found out that Picasso has the capability to do that, but I wish there was something like this in the Firebase. I guess there should be something like this that I haven't checked yet, But if I found something like this, I'll surely be creating a new tutorial on that as well. So let it run, and it should finish quick. Zero warnings, zero error, installing, and installed. Now you can see that once it's synced, yeah, here it is. So I have two blog posts. I'm just gonna close the app just for now. I'm gonna turn off my Wi-Fi. All right, and let's go to here, and there it is, simple blog. I'm just gonna click on that, and let's see what happens. Now you can see that it has stored the data locally, the heading and the description. These both are, sorry about that, my mobile data got turned on, so it synced the images as well. All right, so you can see that it just synced the string, the heading, and the description. Even our image source is a string, but the file that we are downloading from that source isn't a string. So we need a Picasso library that we are actually using it previously in our app to retrieve the image, but we need to add the offline capability for Picasso to even store the images. Now how you can do that is actually pretty simple. There is one link that I will be providing you guys in description, that is OKHTTP, and it is another library by the same guys who created these Picasso. All right, you go down there, copy this dependency, and go to your Gradle file and paste it over here. Pretty simple. Now moving on, go to your simple blog or whatever you have named that class. Go to that class and add this code over there. Now this must be pretty hard to understand, but basically what it does, it creates a Picasso builder and uses OKHTTP downloader for the builder. Then there is set indicators enabled. Basically what it does is, if you come down to the Picasso page, you can see that let me just go down. There it is, the indicators that shows right now where are we retrieving the images from. So if it is from memory, the disk, or the network. So for the debug purpose, you can for test purpose you can set it to true. This will just show the indicators whether the image is from network or locally stored. But when you will be publishing the app, just set it to false, and just set Picasso set single, what it is, singleton instance built, which is here right now. All right, so this is pretty simple code. Just type in your application file. Then what you need to do, go to your main activity where we are actually retrieving the image. Now you can see that this is the actual statement that we were using to retrieve the image. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to comment it out. And what we can do is Picasso dot with, and here it goes the context, which is the CTX which we are retrieving from this parameter over here. Then load, what you want to actually load is the image that we are actually getting from this over here, and into your image view. Our image view is post, what it is, post image. Yeah, now there is one more thing that you need to add in between, is network policy. Now network policy, what it does, it just checks, it just tell the Picasso where you actually want to get your images from. So I'm going to set it to offline. So this basically means we are getting the images just from offline. What if the user haven't even synced them yet? What if user haven't even opened the app for the first time and synced it from online? So that would cause a problem. So what you want to do is let it check offline, and if it doesn't found, we create a new callback. All right, so if it finds the image online, that means our on success method will fire. But what if it doesn't? Then it should fire the on error. So we don't want anything to do if it actually retrieves it from the offline. We just don't want to do anything inside this method. What we want to do is, if it doesn't retrieve from offline, what it should do, it should go online and retrieve that image. So here it is, our online code, and I'm going to paste it inside here. So pretty simple. If let's run the app and check if it is working. and build Gradle running. And if any of you guys want this tutorial be done in more simple way, I will probably do that. Just let me know in the comment section. There's no worry about don't worry about the complicated tutorial over here, because we have actually done a series on it. If you are new and watching this tutorial directly, don't worry about that. You can check the full tutorial in the description. So as you can see that it has synced the images online now. Okay, so this was actually stored while I was testing it. So what I can do is I can just turn on the Wi-Fi. Then let me just close the app, and if I run the app, this probably means it's still offline. My Wi-Fi haven't even connected. This was actually stored previously. So what I'm gonna do is I'll just delete the both of these from here. As you can see that once I have deleted, it's gone from here as well. Delete both. Alright, so nothing here. I'm gonna add new post. Let's quickly add, okay, these are images, WhatsApp images. Yeah, I'm gonna add something, just add some title, anything, submit, posting to blog. And it should take a little time, but that's okay. It has been posted. Now once it's synced, it will be showing it over here. So you can see that we can edit them over here as well. So what I can really do is I'm just gonna change the description, because I don't really like typing inside in my phone. Alright, some title. Hey, why isn't it okay? Hit enter, and let me just add one more post, so we are not just okay, posting to blog, done. 2 posts, you can see. Alright, so our Wi-Fi is connected. What I'm gonna do, Wi-Fi off. Okay, so our Wi-Fi is off. These images are probably synced. So I've closed the app. Now if I open it again, let's see what happens. Here it is, images synced, and even the string from the Firebase. So this is it for this tutorial. And one thing that you can do with offline capability is you can also store something to your what do you call it, database, and it will store it offline. And once your phone goes online, it will then directly stores it to the online database. So you don't need to worry about that thing either. Just implement the method and try it by yourself once. So that will be a good practice. And let me know if you have any questions, or if you want me to make a simple tutorial on the offline capabilities. So see you guys in the next part.